Welcome to the king size tech tip. This is something that you can try that's kind of an add-on to what we did on Tuesday, where instead of just taking a YouTube video, we're actually going to take something a little bit more involved. So a couple of things to remember when you're looking for interactive visuals, so beyond just a video, you want to make sure that you're looking for certain things. So first, you're going to look for a share button somewhere. Typically it's like upper right corner, but it can vary just depending on the site that you're on. And you're going to look for the embed code. There's usually this symbol with the greater than, less than symbols side by side, or sometimes there's a slash in the middle of it. And that's kind of like, both of those are the universal symbols for embed code. But sometimes you'll see it written out completely. And so this happens to be from Padlet. This is from YouTube. So just kind of showing you different ways that it's going to appear. So first you would click embed, and then you end up getting a link something like this. Again, varies depending on exactly where you are, how it's going to look, but in general, similar types of things. And then you can embed video, just like we did here. And this is a New York Times video. So this is in our Shifting Technology course, but I can give you access to this if you need it. So in general, that's how it works. And then, as we said before on Tuesday, you can play this right here on the Schoology page itself. It keeps your students from having to jump out to do this viewing. So what I want to do is show you where you can find this elsewhere and how you can use interactives. So interactive, so thinking about something that you actually have kids using something that is within that embedded item. So in this case, here's a Padlet that we did. If you were part of one of my help sessions in the spring, you might have added some information here. So you can actually embed this onto a page. So again, we're looking in the upper right corner. In this particular case, when I scroll down, here's embed in your blog or website. Look at that. It's super crazy long. So you're just going to hit the copy button there. And then you're going to come back to Schoology to actually put that in there, right? So we're in edit mode for the Schoology page, and we scroll down to where we want to be. There's all the stuff that we had already put on this page. I'm going to show you a little example of how to actually put this in again. Insert content. So we already copied that media. Remember, it's from the web, and it is media. It's interactive. It's living, breathing. So you can click here and paste to insert media. Okay, so now when we change that, or when we save that, then we can scroll down and see, takes a moment for it to just load up. It's actually interactive right here on the page. So kids could be adding materials and information. Now I'm logged in, so it's going to look a little bit different for me. But they could certainly be adding information to something that you're sharing with them that you want them to interact with as a class. There are also other places you can do this, such as Sway. This is part of our Microsoft suite. This is the online suite. So when you go to our internal website and you hit the Office 365 suite, this is one of the options, is Sway. And here, if I open up this one that I did a couple years ago when we first started playing around with this, and I can see all the interactivity here. Again, I can go up here to the share, and here's where it says get embed code. All right, so that's what you would end up copying, and then you can do the same as what we did before to add that to a Schoology page. Another thing you might want to consider is within Google Drive, whether it's docs, forms, in this case, slides, you can actually publish these and make them available as embed code to be able to place them on a page as well. So again, it's not a link that when they click the link, it jumps out, but actually living on a Schoology page so that it's viewable right there, and kids can interact with it on the page itself without jumping elsewhere. To do that, once you have it all complete, although you can add to it and we'll see what happens there, we're going to go to File and we're going to do Publish to the Web. And here you decide if you want it to be a link or embed. Of course, we said we want to do embed code because I want it to live on the Schoology page. You can decide on the size and how quickly you want the slides to advance. I'm going to just do every 5 seconds. Do you want it to start as soon as the player loads? Do you want to restart it after the last slide? I'm just going to leave those unchecked for now. And here, require viewers to sign in with their Central York School District account. That you can decide on just depending on what you're sharing. I would say typically when you're embedding, you probably won't do that. So I'm going to hit publish here. It says, are you sure you want to publish? Yes, I do. And right away, as soon as you hit publish, it gives you this embed code. See that iframe part? Just like we said before, you want to make sure you have that iframe in there. And we're going to copy that. And then again, you're going to go back to the Schoology page just like we did before. Insert media and make sure that it is media, not an image. And then what will happen is, let's say you got your Schoology page all set up and then you realized you made a mistake here, or you needed to add another item in between some of these. It will refresh, and it doesn't refresh instantly, but it refreshes pretty quickly, and then they'll see the changes on there. So it's something that's kind of nice. I know some teachers use this where they actually use each slide as a different day, and they embed it on maybe like a Schoology page that they have open all the time at the top of the course, so that kids can go in there and see, here's what's going on today. Just a quick at a glance type of thing. So it can be super helpful. So with this being a king size tech tip, because there are a lot more options here, what I would like you to do is actually try this now. And once you go back to the link that's on the email along with this information, you're going to select a Tuesday king size tip, and then it'll have a place for you to take a screenshot. So once you are on your Schoology page and you actually have some sort of interactive, like, maybe this Padlet or something like that, then you can go ahead and share that, and that'll be right on the form. There will be a place to upload that image. So pretty easy to do. It also gives you a chance to see how to actually have kids submit images as part of a Google form. So if at any time you have questions or need help with any of this, or you want to stretch things a little bit further, please let me know. In general, it should be pretty simple to find that share button. If you don't find one, it could be that that particular website doesn't have it. Or you might need some sort of upgraded account to do that. I know ThingLink is like that now. They've changed a lot of their stuff. So thanks a lot. Have a great day, and I can't wait to see your submissions.